Who knew that Knuckles the Echidna was so handsome?
We're re-reviewing Sonic 3.
Yeah, Jarvis's camera's a little slow again, but that's just because it got dark.
Mm.
Yeah, it doesn't like pushing how light it can get. But
Who does?
that's true. Fair enough.
We're not actually doing Sonic 3 much to Michael's chagrin.
That's right. We're doing the Knuckles Paramount Plus TV show.
Yeah, I feel like you could just do Sonic only for the rest of your life.
Full-time Sonic fan.
Exactly. You need to bring back the hoodie.
You freaking fricks. You freaking fricks.
No, this is full-time movie fans. Welcome back, because we're just assuming that you've been just loving our content. You've been like going through all of our videos and learning our mannerisms.
Stalking Jarvis on Facebook.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm actually
looking forward to it.
I haven't used that thing in forever. I'm thinking about just deleting the whole thing soon.
Sacrilege. That's Mark Zuckerberg.
That's
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, really. These guys are all blending together.
Mark Bezos, Jeff Zuckerberg. Who cares?
Elon Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Jeff Musk.
Jeff Musk. Huh? You watched the movie? Oh, you talking about Social Network?
Maybe we'll do that movie someday. I don't know.
The Social Network. I love Jesse Eisenberg.
I literally just listened to the Smartless podcast with Jesse Eisenberg, and it was pretty good.
Fun.
It was very good. He's very funny.
He is very funny.
I loved him in Zombieland. We should do Zombieland. No, you don't like Zombieland?
It was fun when it came out. We will not do Now You See Me. Mark Zuckerberg's in Now You See Me. Do I need to say the thing I say every time you bring up Now You See Me? Now You See Me, as a franchise, has lost all of my respect because the sequel is Now You See Me 2 instead of Now You Don't.
Yeah.
So
now, whenever I hear someone say "Now You See Me," or hold on, was it? Yeah, "Now You See Me, Now You Don't." That whole thing. Mm-hmm. I think of Talladega Nights when he rebrands himself after Ricky Bobby has his meltdown.
Yeah.
The Magic Man. Anyways, full-time movie fans, we're back again.
Full-time Millie fans.
Full-time Millie fans. Millie's here with us. You can't see her.
In spirit. A little bit lower on the camera.
Yeah. And it's
nap time for her.
Yeah, we're reviewing another movie. It's called
Year 3000 by the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Meet the Robinsons.
It's 3,000 years of
longing.
Yeah. 3,000 years of this dude is a simp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that that's the case with Idris Elba. That's one good-looking man.
Remind me to tell you a joke after this. I don't feel comfortable saying it out loud.
Okay. You can whisper it to me.
No. No, I'm not risking this one.
You're going to shout it from the rooftops, huh?
Yeah. I'm just...
Hopefully.
I'll say it outside, knowing where I live now, but not on the internet.
But yeah, hopefully you guys
I didn't
will.
mean negative connotations by it, but I thought about it for a half second. I went, no, I can't do that.
That's good. That's good.
Restraint's important.
Think before you act.
Yeah.
Kiddos. Also adults. Adults be doing crazy
Especially
stuff.
you ones above the age of 50. Y'all be not thinking about what you're doing before you do it recently.
Yeah. Yeah, your crash outs are kind of crazy. 50-year-olds.
Yeah.
So 3,000 Years of Longing. This is a movie that you've never seen, probably. Michael had never seen it.
Statistically, from what I saw on the internet, a lot of people did not see it.
Right. Yeah. He literally, because I was texting, I was like, what other movie should we do?
Mm-hmm.
And I was literally watching 3,000 Years of Longing, so I was like, let's just watch.
That's usually how it works for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're just in the middle of watching.
But because of our new movie pass, I've been like, yeah, we'll just do every new movie that comes out.
Dude, we've got some exciting movies coming out. We've got Fantastic Four. We've got the Thunderbolts.
The Minecraft movie.
The new
The new Superman.
Yes, I'm so excited for James Gunn's Superman.
Friendship.
It looks crazy good.
Have you seen the trailer for Friendship?
Mm,
We're gonna have to do that. It's a horror movie based off of a bromance.
okay.
It has.
Oh,
Tim,
is it like I Love You Man?
Yeah, kind of.
With
It has
Paul Rudd
Tim
and Jason
Robinson in
Segel?
it.
Okay, I'm down for that. I really love I Love You Man. It's such a funny movie.
It sounds like
It's a
your kind of
bro
movie.
Yeah.
You'll like this one.
the Minecraft movies. It has a 5-minute scene from the new Superman movie.
It does.
Exclusive for the Minecraft.
Is the trailer?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, or you can just see it online.
Okay,
Make
I'll do that.
No, I want him to see the
I-
Minecraft movie on his own accord.
I just don't.
I want him to want to see it. It's very funny because it's just so stupid.
Gotcha.
Like Jason Momoa has a bit where he says he's bilingual and he just starts speaking Spanish, but none of the words he's saying are the ones he means.
Oh,
So like he looks at Jack Black at one point and goes, "Bao con Dios," which means goodbye, brother. And another character goes, "No, it doesn't." He's, "Yes, it does." "No, it doesn't."
man, that,
"Yes, it does." Don't listen to her.
that comedy sounds crazy good.
Yeah, it's really good. You love it.
The
Jack Black makes up silly
I
little
love Jack
songs.
Black. I love Jack Black. I really do.
He just plays himself.
Nice.
Much like Idris Elba in this movie, just plays himself
Plays himself. He literally plays himself for 3,000
multiple
years.
times. Yeah.
He can't seem to not do it.
No.
It's even if he was your genie and you wished him to not play himself,
He does it anyway.
that would fall in the
Like,
category.
quite literally, that happened.
That would fall into the category of wishes he can't grant.
Yeah, true. Every genie's got its rules, and his is to look. If you're a woman, he is absolutely going to fall in love with you,
Yeah.
point blank.
I think that he literally became a genie just to meet women.
Yeah,
I think that's what he was like, oh man, this is gonna be a great way to meet women throughout the centuries.
and then a couple of dudes show up, and he's like, "Ugh. Yeah, you guys can sure power, money, you can have it. Bye."
We don't and what's funny is we don't hear any of those stories of men.
We do. We hear two of them.
Not that we're actual like
No, they always led to him being the genie for women right afterwards, like women in those guys' life.
what does that mean? He's like the third wheel?
Yeah. Third wheel genie.
Oh man, 3,000 Years of Longing is a tough one. I don't know. I liked it enough to rewatch it.
Yeah.
So I've seen it multiple times.
It's okay.
First impressions,
It's okay.
just okay.
Yeah,
You didn't like all the different stories that he was telling.
It reminded me of Hero without the fun
Kung
extra
Fu?
bit of stuff at the end of it.
What do you mean?
Well, because Hero was, here's all of the things I did to please you, my emperor. I'm not here to stab you. And then the emperor went, here's what actually happened, I think. Because you are here to stab me.
First off, yeah.
Shit.
First off, you're here to stab me. Second off, here's what I actually think happened.
Yeah, and he goes, well, just because you figured it out doesn't mean I'm not going to stab you. That's.
And he was
Hero.
like, "Fine, I want you to stab me.
yeah.
Go ahead."
In this one, here's the spoilers. I literally said last episode I need to stop doing this. In this one, it's here's my entire life as a genie. So yeah, make 3 wishes so I can get out of it. And she goes, no.
I like the idea of multiple stories being told within one story from one character in multiple timelines. I like this movie much better than Age of Adeline.
Yeah. She said, so upset, as you should.
So I mean, first impressions, I thought I enjoyed it. I thought it was I do like Tilda Swinton, and I do love Idris Elba quite a bit. So, just the whimsicalness of him telling stories from history.
Yeah.
Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, that was interesting to me.
Yeah, I think this one, from what I heard, is it's like a history nerds like fun historical fiction.
Yeah, and I had fun with that.
And they're like, yeah, this is fun retellings of things that happened.
Yeah, history is usually pretty boring, so this was pretty fun. I had one.
This is like a romantic comedy for history nerds. I'm looking directly at you for this one. Do you like?
You didn't like
that?
it?
She didn't watch it.
Oh, you
I
haven't?
was in here working while she was
You
watching.
haven't seen it?
The Resident. Pretty much Grey's Anatomy.
Do you think Sybil would like it?
No.
Mm.
She has a very specific taste in movies.
Yeah.
You see me. Hannah Montana, the movie.
It's
Or
things
anything
that
with Andrew Garfield.
true. Damn, you figured her out so quick. Which means you would like what's the one that he was in the army?
Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, you would actually like that one.
Just because Andrew Garfield.
Well, Andrew Garfield plays a soldier that does not hold a weapon. Like he morally
He doesn't
not.
want to kill.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
See, she likes it. Yep.
Yeah.
I saw it because Kevin gifted it to me, and I went, "Oh, this is actually really good."
Yeah. Andrew Garfield's he's a incredible actor though. as
Oh
well.
yeah.
Like he's insanely good actor.
When will him and Robert Pattinson be in a movie together?
I don't know.
A bromantic comedy.
Could you imagine? Maybe Andrew Garfield becomes a villain in the new Batman with Robert Pattinson. Could you imagine?
That'd be so awesome. Actually, he's the new Joker.
I think he could play a good bad guy. I think he could do it. That'd be cool to see. Ooh, they already did that. That was in the first movie. That was
The
Paul
Joker.
Dano.
He could be a Joker.
No, but I don't like how many times Joker's the main villain.
Okay.
No more Joker for a while.
What about Iceman?
Mr. Freeze?
Mr. Freeze.
I love Freeze because it's lame.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Penguin, but
He's a tortured character, Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
He is also a romantic for his one wife.
yeah, it would work.
Unlike Idris Elba's character in this movie.
Write this down, full-time movie fans. Clint, get Clint on it. Get Clint on it right now.
He'll write it. He'll write the movie right now. But 3,001 Years Longing. I did like it. I think I mentioned it too. But I thought it was nominated for some stuff, wasn't it? Or
Good
no?
luck.
Yeah, you looked it up. I think it was.
I haven't looked
but-
too hard into it.
But I actually I enjoyed the story. You know what I mean? I'm a hopeless romantic type. So, and also just the idea of him searching for love throughout the millennia is, I don't know, it appeals to the soft side of me, which is most of me. It's
Okay,
pretty
it was
soft.
nominated for a lot of Australian Academy of Cinema and Television Arts Awards.
Yeah.
A lot of nominations for it.
Yes.
And it won 4 of them. Oh, no. The Australian Production Design Guild Awards, it won Art Direction for Feature Film. It also won the Australian Screen Sound Guild Award for Best Sound Mixing. It sounds like they just applied to a lot of very specific awards, which isn't a bad thing,
Yeah, I guess it was just like the movie was made in Australia, I guess. I don't know.
From
That's
what
what
it
I said.
seems like.
Or an Australian
Yes.
director, maybe.
It is. Yeah, it was a lot of shooting in Australia.
Yeah. The Land Down Under.
Directed and written by George Miller, who is an Australian film director and screenwriter.
So this makes sense. But Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba, aren't they British?
Dude, he made Mad Max. He's a producer for Mad Max.
How does that make you feel on the inside?
About him being a producer for Mad Max?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Does that retroactively make you like?
No, it
3,000
just makes
Years
sense to why this movie felt weird.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, it does appeal to me in the sense of like it's cool to see someone portray history in a different way.
Yeah.
Like even that in the first scene with the Queen of Sheba, which I don't know who that actress is, but she is gorgeous.
What children's book series fucks with history subtly? Am I thinking
Magic Treehouse?
that's the one? Magic Treehouse.
I don't know anything about
It's
that.
very Magic Treehouse.
It's a Magic Treehouse that
Yeah.
a book and it transports them to a different period in time.
Man, I grew up on Christian stuff, so
VeggieTales.
no, honestly,
VeggieTales also does that.
There
though.
was dude, what it was a book though. It was, I forget what it was.
The Book of Virtues.
It was literally the Bible, but they would travel in the Bible to different, like, you know, it's on the tip of your
I'm
brain.
remembering it. Oh, and it was like very poorly done.
Yeah,
Like it
was-
looked like they didn't draw half of this stuff.
I'm gonna
and-
Google it. I'm gonna YouTube this thing as soon as we're done with
Do you
this.
remember
I'm gonna watch
Bible
it.
Man?
I've heard of Bible Man. I didn't
Love
watch any of his
Bible Man.
stuff.
That was a weird show. I'll have to show you Bible Man. It's really weird.
Yeah, but you
Very
know,
weird.
But you know what? I also grew up on Wishbone. Did you guys watch Wishbone? Yeah,
Yeah, it's the dog.
yeah, and he would go through like literature,
Yeah.
and the stories and stuff like that. I loved watching Wishbone.
Wishbone's good.
So this is just a Hollywood version of Wishbone.
It's been done before.
Yeah. But this time we get to see Idris Elba with his shirt off for the whole movie, pretty
And
much.
no pants.
Yeah,
He's not wearing pants either.
He's got a
He's
CGI lower half.
He's got weird, scaly groin, but not legs. Yeah. No, you're kind of. Yeah, you're kind of.
He does have legs.
There's also a lot of boobs from the past. Not
past.
not Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, but that was for me. I really did like. Well, I don't know. I guess we could just start getting into it, right?
Yeah, I can just start getting into it. Our first impressions were very odd in this one. So, I'll be honest. The way that my brain wants to talk about this movie is very quick.
Okay.
Tilda Swinton is like a story analyst, but with a weird title. I don't remember exactly what her title is, but she's just a story analyst.
She's good enough at what she does that people will listen to her talk on stage.
Yes, that is this.
The washer's done.
The ice cream man. Yeah, it scared me a little bit. But yeah, she like goes and does talks and stuff and is really into like mythology, and
Oh yeah.
that's kind of her thing. And apparently she also like got a weird artifact from somewhere recently.
And she's seen an aberration,
yeah.
which
and
I don't think they do anything with that.
They're
right?
all jinns, spelled
Oh, are they?
DGINN, which is just a
Was that what
funky
he
way
was?
of calling genies. Yeah, that's what they are.
Oh, okay.
But she sees like 2 or 3 of them before Idris Elba shows up as a massive dude. Massive dude.
He wasn't he like the world's hottest man
Yes.
one year in People
Was.
magazine? Exactly.
When did he lose?
The next year they picked a different one.
No,
so,
they were wrong for that.
yeah, he'll always
He
be
is
the
a
hottest man in the world in our
good-looking
hearts.
His voice, ugh.
Seriously.
He's Knuckles the kid. Come on. Come on.
He's in one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, a top 3 movie.
Exactly. For some, for others,
For
a top
most
20.
people,
Yeah.
I'd say like 95% of
Yeah.
people. So, yeah, it's also important to know that Tilda Swinton's been divorced, and she's got a really weird name. And she really loved the dude, and the dude did not love her back and cheated on her, I think, is what that was, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
she was like in the thing.
And she, like a normal person, locked up all her feelings and desires.
Literally into a box with his name on it in her basement.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was like, oh, okay, weird.
Metaphorical, but
Yeah, a very literal metaphor there.
yeah, I think she's that, but her character is that type.
She is.
She is the type to
box
to-
things up.
Yeah, quite
Forget about
literally.
them. Yeah. So
She's the type to imagine her feelings in the box as she closes it and being like, okay, I'm putting this away for now.
yeah. So Idris Elba shows up and goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm not normally this massive and muscular and naked." and goes, "Yeah, I'm a genie, and you are my true love, but not true love, and I owe you 3 wishes." And you know the regular genie stuff.
But
It's
he's
the
like
regular genie stuff.
begging for him, like the Dave Chappelle crackhead. Like,
Yeah. He's like,
"Oh,
I
make
need
3
you to
wishes.
make
Can
3
you-
wishes,
can you-
and they have to be
Give
your
me-
heart's desire.
give me some more of those wishes.
Yeah. And she goes, I'm a story analyst. I know how this goes.
Yeah.
I'm going to wish for things, and things are going to go horribly wrong, and I'm going to regret it. So, no thanks. And so he just starts telling her his life story, which is...
she's you could tell she's been jaded by the world.
It's like, I have everything that I want, so I don't really need anything.
You would think that she lived in America and not wherever she was.
England, apparently.
Well, she wasn't there originally. She went back to England later on
Yeah.
in the movie. So I don't know where she was.
Oh, yeah, she's
Before.
somewhere in America.
She was she in America?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe that's why she was so depressed.
Yeah, fair enough.
she got sick and had to pay a medical bill.
I wish for this medical bill to be paid.
Dude, could you?
You got 2 more wishes.
I feel like that's what normal people in America would do. I wish that you could just pay all my bills for me.
I wish the mortgage was fully paid off. That's free healthcare for life for my family and me.
He just teleports you to Canada. He's like, okay, cool.
That's good.
You're moving to Canada.
Hey,
That was an easy one.
honestly, yeah. No, you get deported. You
Once
get
they find
deported
out you're
immediately.
American, they're like, no,
Yeah.
you're not welcome here. Go back to your
You should have wished for
your
citizenship.
squalor. I think so.
Anyways,
Yeah, he's like, you got 3 wishes, make them good.
yeah, and she's like, no, I don't want to do that. And he goes, no, please, you don't understand. And then starts telling his life story. And his life story was basically that he is a jinn, which is just like a race of special people.
And Jin stands for giant simp.
Yeah. The D stands for giant. The J stands for simp. And the
No,
I and the
it's-
NN is just the rest
It's
of it.
it's like GIF.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
The G stands for
Jim.
giant.
The G stands for the DJ stands for giant. The giant.
Exactly.
So he was just like kind of a regular dude, sort of, not really, and was in love with the Queen of Sheba, and she was in love with him. And then some other dude showed up and was like, "I want to marry you."
To be fair on that one, I think everybody was in love with the Queen of Sheba.
She was very pretty.
Yeah, she was gorgeous, and
give you
also everybody was trying to get with her.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
even
this one dude.
even the Jinn with magical powers can seal the deal.
Right.
Get it sealed, like sealed in
Yeah,
a lamp.
I like that.
But Solomon was apparently just the man.
She put him on an impossible quest to do things, and he solved all of it, including
She was
telling her what women truly desire.
yeah, and he was like, bet.
Yeah, he figured that one out. And so Idris Elba is old news now. And
Dude, I mean,
he
King
gets-
Solomon though, he was also pretty good looking. He had
Yeah.
he had major swag.
He did. And locked Idris Elba into a lamp where he is now supposed
dude,
to.
while he was with the Jin's girl, he sealed
Yeah.
him into. He literally was like, "Yeah, you're out of here, bro."
Yeah, now he has to grant 3
I'm
wishes
the
to
new
fulfillment
highness. Yeah,
of somebody's heart's desire, because his heart's desire was to be with the Queen of Sheba, and then he can be freed from his bonds of granting wishes.
I feel like this is a moment where, like, with the Green Goblin,
Mm-hmm.
he said, "You have the power to have anything you want, but you're too weak to take it."
Yeah, it's very true, because
And it goes
his
back to
whole
the-
life is just a comedy of errors at this point.
Yeah, it also reminds me of the actual like Aladdin. Where he's like ultimate cosmic power,
Itty bitty living space.
itty-bitty living space.
Yeah, and he goes on a long tirade about how for the first 1,000 years that he was locked up, he prayed to every single god that he knew and didn't, that he could get out. And then when that didn't work, he kind of gave up and tried to Pavlov himself into wanting to be locked up. And
That also
also
didn't work.
prayed to continue to be locked up because he wanted to like it, and that also didn't work.
That also sounds like something a kid would do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
I don't
actually,
even-
I like this.
Yeah, I don't even want cookies. I love broccoli. You give me more broccoli, actually.
And then he gets mad when he actually gets more broccoli.
And he's like, thanks. And then
He's like, being locked up for thousands of years. Please, sir, I want some more.
this is where my brain wants to just speed through it, where he gets his first user of the lamp and grants 2 wishes, and then she dies, I think. Right? Is
Yeah,
that what
the
happens?
first girl was
Yeah.
in love with the prince. This is all taking place in like ancient
Dude,
Ottoman Turkey.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea.
No, it is ancient Ottoman Turkey.
Yeah,
Turkish.
the whole time too.
Yeah, that's where he is.
yeah.
And so the first girl was in love with the prince, and she was like, make him, you know,
Make him love me.
Yeah,
And then
make
her
me
second
irresistible
wish
to
is
him.
that she wanted to carry his baby, and then he got murdered, and he was like, "Please, wish to save yourself," and then she gets murdered, and he's bound to.
that would have been like the easiest wish to
Damnation.
make in that moment. But she was just like,
Yeah, she was
No,
just
he's
trying
not
to
dead,
do
and
something
then
about it. I
it's
don't
like,
know. She's kind of stupid, to be honest. And then
She
he got
shoulda- she shoulda
trapped
been-
again.
she should have been like the third girl who wished for knowledge, and maybe she wouldn't have been
Yeah,
so dumb as to not make a third wish.
yeah. The second one I forgot. Was it another girl that he was like madly in love with?
Yeah, it was a girl who was very young and made the bride of a really rich old white guy.
Right.
And There was 2 older wives, and they were mad about this young. And I think she was
Yeah.
foreign too. She wasn't even their ethnicity, which we all know is not okay.
Right.
Just
As we know.
kidding.
As we
Just
know.
kidding. No, and so she
Why'd you cut to me for that one, huh?
obviously she was the.
Says on the side.
It does. Switch that to you and your sus.
This is my tea, sis.
But yeah, so the second old rich white guy took the young bride, and basically she was literally just a slave. She was locked in
Yeah.
the room the whole time.
I also don't remember what she wished for. at
Knowledge.
all.
She wanted knowledge.
No, this was later. That was like one of the last ones. Because there was like
No.
this like one dude who liked really big girls, and
That
his brother.
Well,
and-
no, that was continuation from the first girl. So the first girl, she.
Oh, okay. I should.
He made her find a place to hide the bottle where he was, so that nobody else could take control of it.
Right.
But she died before she made her third wish, so he was stuck, trapped in the bottle underneath that floor pile.
Yeah.
And there was a young prince who was sensitive to the jinns and that kind of stuff. So he was
Yeah.
trying to influence him to find the bottle. He found a different bottle later on. He was
Yeah.
a mad drunkard, just always
Shout
getting
out.
drunk.
Shout out drinking.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't do it.
dude, like this is the kind of guy he only drinks to get drunk. So like if you put in modern times, he's just pounding back Four Locos.
Yeah.
He's not interested in flavor, taste. He just wants to get drunk.
Yeah. No, he's not even Four Locos. He's no, what is that? Malort. He's a Malort guy.
Yeah.
Jepson's Malort.
Yeah, he's been through wars and he's seen a lot and he just doesn't want to deal with it. And so his brother, who's apparently just been babied his whole life, you know, he likes big women, but hey,
Yeah.
the more
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he arguably liked big women a little too much. Like he had like 17 of them in one room and would never leave.
Yeah. At first he was scared of like procreating, I think. They were just like, you need to have a child.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, but
And then he found a love for big women and was like, yeah. This is it. This is
it.
all I want.
He didn't need a genie. He was living his dream.
He really didn't. He really didn't need a genie at all.
And his favorite one, she got to a place of power and she was able to just go wherever she wanted.
Yeah.
She started bathing in that back area where the bottle was
And then she slipped.
and broke the tile where the genie's bottle was.
And then, and found the bottle, released Idris Elba, and he went, "Please make 3 wishes, anything right now, please." And she was like, "No, fuck you, demon," and chucked the bottle. I think.
Yeah. I think, or did she make? I think she just wished that. I think she did make a wish. She was just like, "I wish you were trapped at the bottom of the."
Oh yeah,
ocean
that
or
is what it
whatever."
was.
So
And then he was trapped at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. So there wasn't a second. The second
Right,
girl was
right,
the
right,
intellectual
right,
one, but it was just
Yeah.
There was some drama in
And
between.
then it eventually found the way to that lady who was imprisoned and just wanted knowledge, and
Yeah.
he was madly in love with her.
Yeah, because she was like creating all the things that modern technology, like she was doing she created calculus.
Yeah.
And like
She, had flying machines mocked up, and
yeah, but nobody knew because she was locked in a room.
yeah, and electricity figured out. and
Yeah,
stuff
she
like
figured
that.
it all out. She figured
Yeah.
out what he was made out of.
Yeah, it's
Um,
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then of course, that's where he makes the bottles
Mm-hmm.
of knowledge, but he makes one for himself because he cares about her so much, and he became like a force of negative for her. She
Yeah.
hated it. So in order to make her happy, he would seal himself away
Right,
every so often so she could get a reprieve from him or something.
right, and he was going to do it again, and she made one final wish, which was that she wishes that she had never met him
Oh,
and known about him, and
And-
that sealed him back into the bottle.
and she didn't know. She didn't.
And she doesn't even know that it happened or that they were in love or anything.
And that was, I think, what sparked the stories.
Yeah.
Because Tilda Swinton's character, she said, "I'm starting to wish I've never met you." And then the room
He's like,
shakes
"No,
and
please, no,
he's-
please, no, please."
Yeah, he gets the goosebumps. She's like, "Oh no, don't wish that."
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, what for?" And then he started telling the stories.
Yeah. And then we finally get back to Tilda Swinton, and she's
Yeah,
like,
she-
"I actually have a wish now."
No. Well, at first, one thing I want to mention is that she's like, "All right, fine. I'll make their wishes. I wish that
Yeah.
I could drink this tea," and she takes a sip. "I wish that I could eat this grape," and she eats a grape. And then she makes another, wish that she just takes care of in the moment.
Yeah. And he goes, "That doesn't count.
And then he's
It has
like,
to be
he's
an
like,
actual desire."
he looked her in the eyeballs and he said, "Am I a joke to you?"
Yeah. He did actually say that, but in a genie way.
Yeah.
And then he told that story of the last girl, and then
And that's what did it.
yeah, and she was like, "I do have a wish, but I fear it might be too much to ask of you,
And you might not even be able
and
to
you might
grant
not
it.
be able to grant it. But I wish for you to love me, and for I to love you, in like the most fantasy romance way possible."
I do think it is a little bit like hand wavy and like
It is.
this strong woman.
Because she was already
all
like,
of a-
"No,
she
never.
just-
I'm not going to do this."
and
then
she
it's like,
just melts immediately.
but
and is
maybe
like-
we could like kiss a little bit and have dust sex,
which they do.
which they do. And then she goes, "Will you
'Cause
come
he's made
back
of-
with me to England?" And he goes, "Yes." And then goes back into his
anything
little
for
bottle.
you. Yeah, anything for you.
And she freaks out at the airport because she doesn't want it to go through the X-ray machine, but they put it through the X-ray machine anyway.
Yeah.
And then they go home, and she goes, "Wow, we're here to love forever." And he goes, "Actually, all of these power lines and stuff, they
Don't
bother my brain."
Don't forget the bigoted neighbors who are like, who are definitely like, yeah,
Yeah.
races shouldn't mix, and countries should only have their own people in them.
Yeah, it's true. They're two
So-
old ladies.
So just like modern America.
Yeah, and they're like, "Hey, who's that guy you got in there?" And she's like, "Don't mind your fucking business. Who's that guy in there?
Yeah.
Who's that? Just because you can't get any guys."
And then later
Just
she
old ladies.
and then later she struts him out as her black boyfriend.
Yeah, she
In
does
front
do
of
that.
him.
We also get some fun things about how he hears electromagnetic pulses. So literally every phone call, TV, telephone wire, electrical cable, he hears it all, and he just has to try to suppress it all in his brain so that it doesn't.
He's like
become too much.
Superman. He hears everything.
Yeah,
And he's trying
it's
to filter it
super
out.
relevant to the story, and comes in literally 30 minutes before the end of the movie.
Just like but not at the last minute like certain Russians did in another movie that we reviewed.
True. Well, no, they were hinted at the entire time.
Literally, wasn't it like the last 10 minutes?
It was. We're talking about Love Hurts. It was like,
Hey, you know what?
I was working with the Russians the whole time.
Yeah, and then with all the electromagnetics hurting him, he finally came to his truth that running ain't living.
Yeah, running ain't living. Yeah, she lives her life and then comes home and is like, I love you so much. Tell me about your day.
It turns into when we jump into the end, it turns into like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
With Will Turner, JV Jones locker situation.
it's true because
He can only come and see her every like 10
Yeah.
years or something, or 20 years.
yeah, because all of the electro waves turns him into dust almost, to where she finds him like in the basement, like literally falling apart, and she goes, "Speak to me, please speak to me. I wish that you could speak to me." And he goes, "I'm fine. I'm actually fine. Let's go for a walk, maybe." While he's like crumbling into dust.
I love you. Let's do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I have a great night planned for us. We could go do that right now. And she's like, "No, what's happening?" He's like, "I can suppress all the noise. I can do it. I can do it."
I will do it for you.
And she's like, "Okay, this isn't working out." And then, well, I don't remember what her last wish was, but it was like,
I think she just wished for him to be free.
yeah,
It was just like Aladdin.
yeah. So this is basically Aladdin, but they have sex.
Yeah, except he wasn't
multiple times.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And it's Idris Elba.
which
honestly,
is not. Yeah,
let's be
you
real.
can't argue with that. Like,
Let's be real. That's pretty good.
I'm just waiting for the
Yeah,
day.
and then she packs up a box of his genie stuff and puts it in next to the box of her ex-husband's stuff, and then they meet in a park every once in a while.
But she doesn't bottle up her feelings.
But she does, yeah, she
Not
doesn't
this time.
bottle up her feelings.
No, she frees them, and she allows him to go and just live in the world.
We're running is living.
Yeah, him running around the world is him living his dreams.
Yeah, that's the movie. That's honestly, actually, that's the whole movie.
Yeah. He comes back every so often, and they have dinner, and
and he stays longer than he needs to, and
and it's very sweet. And
why would they wish for him to be human? That blows. Have you been human?
Are you taught? Yeah. Why would you?
It sucks.
Like dies with electro.
And he has powers.
Yeah, but if he's human,
Go live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, he has to deal with human stuff.
Honestly, that's what she should have wished for, is for them to have a house in the middle of nowhere. That would have been a much better second wish.
Yeah, it would have been. But I don't know. Like, to me, I did enjoy the storytelling. I loved hearing his stories.
His truth.
Yeah.
History.
His story. Come on, that was pretty good.
So I would rate this like a slightly below watch it. Just ever so slightly below watch it.
I can't pinpoint what draws me to this movie. You know what? I can't even pinpoint what draws me to other movies that aren't.
Tilda Swinton
And Idris Elba with his shirt off, probably.
Those are the things that drew you to it.
Like, this is hard to figure out.
It was the Marvel and DC PowerPoint slides at the beginning that got you.
Yeah, got you.
This is
it for me. But yeah, I really did like this movie. For me, it's rewatchable because I have rewatched it. I think I've probably seen it 3 times.
Wow. It came out in 2022.
Yeah, so I've liked it. I've watched it once a year since then.
Wow.
The equivalent of.
My favorite character's name is Airport Jin. I paused it like 5 minutes into the movie when that happened, and I saw that, and I went, "What a name! What a name for a character that literally never comes back."
Hey, get us.
Yeah, Alethea.
I think it's Alethea, but
Is that a real name?
Althea's the one.
Althea.
That's a Greek name.
Okay, so that's why, because I guess I don't know why she had a Greek name if she had an Australian accent. Did she have an Australian accent?
I think we all have names that aren't necessarily.
Yeah,
All names are different.
I'm a white dude named Michael, okay? That's a pretty on the nose.
If you read the Bible, Michael is a Hebrew name.
What is this? What's that, Jarvis? You see this?
You're Hebrew?
I ain't saying nothing. Running ain't living.
All right. Yeah, that's true.
You
know
are
that.
a Korean dude named Daniel, though. So
Yeah,
I'll give
dude,
you that one.
Dude. Oh, I probably shouldn't say my whole name. But yeah, my name is pretty white. I don't look
It
white.
is. It is pretty white.
It's Daniel Jarvis.
It's just very, yeah. Because Jarvis is now what everyone thinks is like robot white butler.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Stark's butler. You know what's funny though, growing up here in San Antonio, you know, it's a little Mexican heavy.
Yeah.
Down
So everybody
here.
thinks that you're Mexican.
That I've always got one roll call. Harvest? Daniel Harvest? Yeah, I'm like,
Danielle
it's Jarvis.
Harvey's.
My dad's white. Unlike
It works.
unlike Tilda Swinton's child with Idris Elba is not
Yeah.
white. It's Jin, part Jin.
Yeah, it's part Jin.
Which they did talk about Jin and humans. It's not a weird thing. It's
Yeah.
happened before.
Jin and humans freaking it.
Yeah, I wish they would have. I wish they would have explored more of the Jin world because they mentioned that too. Where
Yeah.
they all just meet up and they have their own place where they tell stories.
Yeah, and do wish stuff.
Yeah. You won't believe this wish I granted recently. Could you imagine the stories? That'd be kind of cool to hear all the stories of the other Jins. Airport Jin, I bet he has some
I
crazy
bet
stories.
Airport Jin has some crazy stories.
Speaking of Airport Jin, if you get us to 1,000 subscribers before the end of like next month, Michael will tattoo Airport Jin somewhere on his body.
Yeah, you know what? Do it. Whatever.
Yeah, well, we wish someone would take us up on it.
Yeah, I told Greg recently that if he makes $1 million with his gym apparel company, I'll get his logo tattooed on my ass.
Nice. I can't wait
Sick.
till someone gets a full-time movie fans tattoo.
I'm still waiting for someone to get a Heroes Hideout tattoo. It's bound to happen at this point.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, Corinne's had plans since we opened, though.
She's all talk, just like
I'm gonna go do it tomorrow just to prove them all that I'm the biggest fan.
Corinne's all talk, just like Jenna Ortega's character in
Death of a
Unicorn.
Yeah.
All talk, no action. So yeah, this is the movie about 3,000 years of a guy wanting to be with a woman, or a Jin wanting to be with a woman. Maybe I just relate to Idris Elba a lot.
All I've learned is that
except for being super hot.
when it comes down to it, men only want one thing, and it's disgusting.
A genuine love connection.
Nice. Nice. We rounded it out.
Yeah, we
I
did.
with a meme, you with a pun.
Nice. Just how we do it, bro. This is us.
If I
Which
could
is
boil
also-
down this podcast into one thing, it's the memes and puns.
Yeah. You're the meme king. And I'm really bad at puns.
Pun master.
No, Matt. I think there was a guy named. Oh, you know what it was? He's a rapper. Big Pun. But that's not me.
Attila the pun.
Tell her the pun.
That's
Is
your
that
new
is
rap
that
name.
is that because I'm Asian?
That's why it works. No, I'm allowed to say it. He's right here and he's laughing.
Yeah. So it's
That's
okay.
it's fine.
As long as you don't see the tears later on.
It's fine. Yeah, but Jarvis tears
I
people
ju-
apart with his terrible puns.
I
Tears them apart. Terrible puns. It's good.
I tear at their funny bone. I tear them from their funny bone. Separate it from their own funny bones.
So this has been full-time movie fans.
Wait.
Oh,
No, there's no fun facts for this movie?
yeah, it bombed. That's my fun fact.
Hey, apparently people in Australia liked it.
$60 million budget. It made $20 million worldwide. It's been out for 3 years. It bombed.
You know what?
Go back to making Mad Max.
I like this movie. You guys should watch it. You know what? There's certain movies that
It was okay. I would say
there's
fine.
I don't, for some reason there's something with me that sometimes when I don't know what to watch, I do sometimes like watching not great movies. Like Real Steel with Hugh Jackman.
Real Steel is crazy.
Nobody likes that, but for some
Real
reason,
Steel's
I'll just
crazy,
be like,
bro.
you know what? I'm feeling in a Real Steel kind of mood.
I do not understand that.
Have you ever been in a Real Steel kind of mood?
Only if it's in theaters. You know, if they put it in a movie theater, I'll watch it at this point.
Real Steel, if they re-released it.
If somebody was like, hey, I'm putting on an event to watch Real Steel in theaters, I'd be like, why not? Sure.
Come on, you didn't like the shadowboxing kid?
I'm going to tell you right now, Jarvis, I've never watched Real Steel. I've only seen clips and they're all bad. It's like saying, oh, you know what we should watch? What's the, what is it? What's the American kaiju movie?
Oh, Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim. Yeah. Do you know anybody that's like, oh, I really love watching Pacific Rim?
The first one
No,
wasn't.
Please no.
The first one,
Not your
dude,
dad.
the first one wasn't that bad. The second one went off the rails.
The second one went off the rails? Did you
second
watch
one-
the first one?
Dude,
Fought Godzilla, didn't it?
no, the second.
What the hell of kaiju?
So in the second movie, they kept like capturing and kaiju minds, and the one guy was like literally having like mind sex with it, and then became controlled by it, and then all these little mini kaijus formed to one form like
A Megazord?
came apart to they all came together to form one giant kaiju,
Nice.
and then he beat it by one of the Jaeger's arms attached to it and rocketed it into space. I was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I think you are, which is a far better movie than the second
I liked
Pacific Rim.
the King Kong with Jack Black in it.
Yeah. My little sister's obsessed with it. Watched it every day for 2 years.
Whoa. You little
Imagine
sister watched it
the-
every day for 2 years.
Imagine the King Kong movie, but with Jack Black's character in Minecraft.
It's basically the same movie, yeah. In the end, it was beauty that killed the beast.
I yearn for the mines. Well, going into
Goodbye, King Kong. Instead
Oh,
of the goodbye, Dennis.
oh my gosh. Put in the comments if you want
Jarvis,
to
let's go
review
see the Minecraft movie so that you can at least know that it is an enjoyable thing to watch.
Okay.
Y'all have to for sure.
Jarvis,
Put it in
if
the
we
comments. Put it in the comments.
We will not record another episode until you see the Minecraft movie.
Oh my goodness. Well,
So
guys,
if
it was a
there's
good
not
run. Guys, we had a good run.
I told Greg today that this was the hill I'll die on, and the podcast will die if I lose. So if there's not another upload after this one, just know that's you. Hey, you were here.
Yeah.
Type in the comments. I was here.
Leave a like.
Watch the Emoji Movie.
That's true. You,
Minecraft.
Yeah, the Minecraft movie is not worse than the Emoji movie. But you also
Yeah.
will be sitting there and they'll be cheering for literally anything. You'll be like, "What? Why?"
it'll feel weird. It'll feel weirder than being like going to watch the Barbie movie as a grown man by myself.
See, you say that
at like 10:30 in the morning.
You say that, but you're gonna walk in there and there's gonna be like 6 other dudes, all within your same like 3-year age range.
It's more, I guess, in that one though.
and fully dressed up.
Yeah, but it'll be more like it'll be weird because it's going to be mostly kids in there, and instead of like
Again, I don't think I've seen it twice, and it's been mostly adult men
it's crazy.
or like 16 to 17-year-old teens.
I'd rather just go home and watch Real Steel.
You're right for that. You're right for that.
So, all right, guys.
Thanks for being
hanging
a
out.
full-time movie fan.
Yeah, you're part of
Really
our
got
full-time,
too warm.
you're part of our full-time movie fam, and we're thankful that you were hanging out with us. Tell us if you liked 3,000 Years of Longing, or if you've ever heard of it or seen
And
it.
if you haven't told me what you think about Year 3000, the Jonas Brothers song.
It's a banger. It really is.
Undeniably a banger.
Definitely listening.
It's
to
not
that
even
on my
their
way home.
song.
Most songs that artists do are not their songs.
True. Actually, yeah.
So,
Fun fact:
thanks.
full-time music fans.
Yeah, full-time music fans. Yeah,
That's the one where you sit down with Steven
yeah.
and he rambles on about
We need
theory
him.
for
We
like
need
an
him
hour.
for that. We need him for that. Is he going to come out here and hang out with us one day?
Maybe.
That'd
you want.
That'd be cool. Yeah, aren't we supposed to have one of our previous guests coming back on the pod?
We are. It's not Greg. It's
Yeah,
Hunter.
we-
Hunter wants to come back.
Yeah,
We'll have to find a good movie for that one.
Yeah, or we should make him watch a really bad movie.
No, I want you to know right now, he loves bad movies just as much as I do.
Oh, really?
He's the reason we saw The Room.
Then we're gonna do
Again.
we're gonna do a movie review on Real Steel.
We got to find a real stinker for him.
One really, really good, and then one really, really bad.
A movie that made him cry, and then a movie that's going to make him cry because of how bad it is. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Put a movie that made you cry in the comments.
And then put a movie that's so stinky that it makes you cry in the comments. I swear if you type Minecraft movie, though, I'm banning you from the channel. I have login access. You will not be able to see any more of these. Don't type the Minecraft movie as your stinker, okay?
Yeah, or Sonic 3. You'll be permabanned.
Yeah. I mean, I'd already blacklisted it.
We
You
probably
can't say negative
we
things.
probably have already hit 1,000 subscribers, but you keep banning them because they hate Sonic 3.
It's true.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're done. This is Full-Time Movie Fans.
This has been Full-Time Movie
This
Fans.
has been Full-Time Movie
Depending
Fans.
on if Jarvis
yeah,
watches
if you do
Minecraft
that,
or not.
Yeah. We hope your day is everything you dreamed it being more, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Darth Vader is Luke's father.
Hey, full-time MFers. You like this video? 'Cause we sure did. If you liked it, maybe you should share it with your friends. Maybe like the video and subscribe.
If we were you, that's what we would do. I mean, if I was watching this,
I'd be all over that.
Like, and I'd hit that share, and then I would hit that subscribe in that order.
Yeah. There's also another video that's popped up. YouTube thinks you like this one, so you should watch that one now.
See you next time.